Tonight on Real School, in math and in reading, Duval County Public Schools is #1.
We know our students are awesome. We've always known that they are capable, and we know there is nothing that our students cannot achieve.
Coming up, we're revealing the new national data, putting our students on top, even over some of our nation's biggest cities. Hear the exciting details next. Plus, it's a story of firsts coming out of one of our high schools. Students first to graduate with high school diplomas and associate degrees. We're going inside one of our district's academies, learn how it's linking our students to both college and career success. And from the ringing of bells to the beating of drums, music is making a difference in this school, and it's all thanks to a new music therapy program. Watch to learn how it's helping students hit all the right notes in and out of the classroom. We've got those stories and more. Real School starts now.
With top scores in math and top scores in reading, it's news that can only mean one thing. Duval is dominating. Welcome to a new episode of Real School. I'm Gracie Marsh. We begin tonight with a special report from Jackson Copeland. He has more on the data proving we're one of the best in the nation.
Gracie, when you compare our students to those in cities like New York, LA, and Chicago, they're not only holding their own, but they're racing all the way to the top.
We're working at something greater than a whole.
It's a formula too good to ignore. Take our fourth graders, add their math skills, and what you've got are some of the highest performing students in the country.
I am just thrilled for our students because they rose to the level that we expected them to rise to.
The numbers come straight from the National Assessment of Educational Progress, or NAEP. It's the same program used to make the nation's report card on public education. Thanks to a special program of NAEPs, large urban school districts like ours are able to compare test scores. And district leaders will tell you the results we're seeing now are better than ever.
Duval County Public School is now recognized as a leader among our urban school districts throughout the United States.
This year, Duval students not only grabbed the top spot in fourth grade math, but they also earned more than a dozen first, second, and third place rankings in just about every category.
All right, so live's 180 degrees.
So let's talk about those number ones. The district's African American students ranked first in fourth grade reading and in eighth grade math. And students with disabilities are tops in both fourth grade and eighth grade math.
This data shows that we are clearly closing the achievement gap between African American students, between low-income students. We get excited about the performance of our kids. The NAEP results are a stepping stone to show that Duval County is trending in the right direction.
And y'all, the good news keeps coming. The district's Hispanic students earn second place rankings in fourth grade math and in fourth grade reading. And when it comes to our students' overall performance in both fourth grade and eighth grade reading, the district secured third place rankings. So what does it all mean? For one, leaders say these scores prove that our students will be ready for the future.
This is about economics. We are preparing our students to be academically and emotionally prepared to walk into the workforce. As more businesses come to Jacksonville, they will see that as we lead the nation academically, they could bring their businesses here and ensure that the workforce will be prepared for those jobs.
These scores also add to an ongoing story of success that includes record high graduation rates and overall gains. It's all work that couldn't be done without the entire community.
This is not done from the school district offices. It's not done solely by the teacher. It's not done solely by the student or solely by the parent. It has to be a joint effort from everyone.
What we shared just now is the icing on the cake. There's a lot more good news coming from this year's scores. To check out complete results, go to duvalschools.org. For Real School, I'm Jackson Copeland. Back to you.
Thanks, Jackson. For the students and staff in our next story, a fire wasn't enough to keep them from having a positive attitude and enjoying a much-needed celebration. In fact, you can go ahead and call them Venetia Strong. It's the motto Venetia Elementary School has adopted this year, following a fire that completely damaged the school's cafeteria back in December. As construction workers continued to build a new cafeteria, school leaders wanted this special celebration. It was a way to thank the Venetia community for their continued perseverance. Students enjoyed bouncy houses, games and activities, even a trip on the choo-choo train. Teachers and staff were treated to a special lunch of grilled steak, lobster, and burgers. And of course, it couldn't be a real celebration without a visit from our district mascot, DJ the dog. Leaders estimate work on the school's cafeteria will continue over the next few months, with the hopes of completion by the summer. We wish you all the best. You can think of the people in our next story as unsung heroes, working day in and day out with students with some of the most severe disabilities. But as Real School anchor Will Nowak reports, a special award is putting them and their hard work in the spotlight. He joins us now with a heartwarming story.
Gracie, the award is the district's Employee of the Year. His name is Michael Jones, and he's worked in our schools for over 3 decades. But he says the work he does now is some of the most challenging, yet some of the most rewarding he's experienced.
What is it? A.
Going through the letters of the alphabet, getting a little exercise on the treadmill, and even taking a little dance break with the guitar. It's what a typical day looks like for Michael Jones.
It's a calling to work with kids, period. Special needs or not, you got to really have a heart to do this.
Jones is a paraprofessional, and for the last few years, he's worked with teacher Jessica Von Eif and paraprofessional Shonda Wiley. Their students all have profound disabilities, many still learning to walk, talk, and carry on basic tasks.
When they told me I had to come back with nonverbal kids and the things that they wanted me to do, I said, I can't do this. But, you know, it was like, this is where you belong, this is where you're going to be, and it's going to all work out.
We're not just teachers that have to work with, district staff coming in to look at us with our math, science, social studies, and English.
In addition to working with them on an academic level, teachers and staff work with students to master other skills, like self-care and communication.
What is that? Computer.
All tasks that require a lot of creativity and a lot of patience.
A lot of what we do in our classroom, at the core, isn't any different than what is happening in a gen ed classroom. It's just the approach is different. Their success plan is, getting them to take a step, or getting them to stand longer in the supine stander, or walk more in their gait trainer.
You never know what you're getting into with each child. And it's a long process. They said it may take you 20 minutes to teach one child, and it takes you years to teach these children.
Here, each educator has some special talents. As for Jones, one of his is being able to help students get up and move.
That's actually a curriculum that we have. It's called MOVE. He actually had to go to training for that. That's all part of getting kids moving and doing more throughout the day.
Jones, Von Eif, and Wiley go through lots of training, and they also consult with a variety of on-site nurses and therapists. Though the work may be unpredictable, when Jones and his peers consider the progress they've seen their students make,
Say duck.
Quack.
What the duck goes quack.
they believe the experience is priceless.
These are my heart. They're actually they're my own.
I wish more people knew what jewel we have over here.
You just take time with them and patience with them, and you got to love them, because a child knows. Everybody back here, and everybody just works real hard, and this is just what we do.
By the way, Jones isn't the only one in this group who's received district-wide recognition. Von Eif was actually a top 5 Teacher of the Year finalist in 2014. With or without the recognition, it's clear that they are all doing amazing work, and we thank them. For Real School, I'm Will Nowak. Back to you.
Thanks, Will. Here at Duval County Public Schools, we tend to believe that it's never too early to prepare for college. And thanks to a $12 million grant and a pretty exciting program, we're seeing scores of our students getting a solid head start. Real School's Rishi Kumar joins us now with the details.
Gracie, the program is called Gear Up, and without a doubt, it's taking our students into the next gear when it comes to post-secondary education. From the one who was the first in his family to go to college.
My family wasn't used to the college experience. They helped me with everything that my parents didn't know.
And to the one who says she was happy to take advantage of the resources.
Definitely helped me kind of narrow down what college choices I had, what opportunities were available to students from similar backgrounds as myself.
Both of these Duval County Public School graduates say when they consider how far they've come, they can't help but sing praises for Gear Up, also known as the Gaining Early Awareness and Readiness for Undergraduate Potential program. Perhaps what's most exciting for these alumni is knowing that the program's legacy lives on.
Look at your rectangle here.
Impacting students all over the district, including the 7th graders at Highlands Middle School.
Gear Up is important because it teaches us about college.
They teach me how I can prepare myself for college.
And just keep you focused on where you're looking for, like college.
This past November, the district received a $12 million grant from the U.S. Department of Education to support Gear Up. With those funds, district leaders are zeroing in on a specific group of students in 10 of our highest needs middle schools. And it's not about where the schools are located, but rather,
we're just looking at the percentage of students in these schools that go on to attend college and make it successfully through 4 years of college. So really trying to increase the percentage of students that once they graduate, take advantage of post-secondary education.
Right now, the program is working with nearly 2,000 7th graders. They'll be followed for the next 7 years, all the way through their first year of college. Students and their families will receive personalized academic and support services, thanks to help of 4 key partners: Florida State College at Jacksonville, the I'm a Star Foundation, communities and schools, and the University of North Florida.
But if you think about it, by the time we get these students to the 12th grade year, we start with them now, we'll know everything about them, we'll know the things that they need assistance with.
And to name just some of the areas students get assistance with: college tours, learning how to apply for financial aid, and so much more.
Doing it alone, you don't really have any support and any guidance, but with the Gear Up, they give you support and guidance, so they'll help you find your way.
And while these middle school students still have a few years before they enter college,
you should start early because then you'll prepare.
Knowing that their peers have graduated to success, well, that makes participating in this program even better.
You can see firsthand the benefits of the program, and if we truly do it the right way and really take the time to invest in the kids, that's what the end result can be.
Another perk behind Gear Up, the chance to earn scholarships you won't see anywhere else. To learn more about the program, just head to our website and search for Gear Up under departments. For Real School, I'm Rishi Kumar. Back to you.
Thanks, Rishi. We're watching students getting head-to-toe makeovers. But make no mistake, we're talking about transformations that are more about changing what's on the inside. Coming up on Real School, we're taking you to Frank H. Peterson Academies of Technology, site of a special prom dress giveaway. Keep watching to hear how lives are being changed right in time for the big dance. Plus, these students are graduating ahead of the game, ready for success in college and in a career. It's all thanks to an early college program unique to this school. Hear the details in moments. Don't change the channel. Real School will be right back.
Any issue I have that's not just school related, I've come to her with so many just regular life problems, and I know that there's nothing that I can't talk to her about. Anything that I feel that I need to talk to her about, she's always there to listen, and she's always there to give advice, and her advice is great.
Sometimes okay.
But I mean, she's become one of my closest friends, and that's really nice knowing that you work with one of your closest friends.
It was a special celebration marking a series of serious firsts at Inglewood High School. And right now, we're giving you a front row seat to all of the action. Welcome back to Real School. It's a story that proves the power of partnerships, and it's all thanks to a one-of-its-kind academy housed at Inglewood High School. Check it out. This is the Advanced Manufacturing and Engineering Early College Academy, made possible by Johnson & Johnson Vision Care Incorporated. On this day, leaders from all over the community came together to celebrate the inaugural graduates of the program. 3 students who are walking away with high school diplomas, an Associate of Science, and industry certification. The academy was established in 2014. Participating students not only work toward their associate at FSCJ, but they also spend a lot of time gaining hands-on experience in the STEM field. Leaders say that right now, STEM jobs are in high demand. By graduating from this program, students are not only getting ahead in college, but they're also gaining the skills necessary to earn high-paying jobs.
I feel appreciative because I know that the opportunities that I have, not everyone has, and so it's nice to know that after all this hard work and seeing the opportunities that they're actually coming to me.
There is a definite advantage and step up, not to mention we're given hands-on experience in a manufacturing facility at a J&J, so we already have an idea of what to expect.
Blessed to kind of have this opportunity, kind of just do what we're doing, like debt-free, having associates. We're 18. So it's definitely awesome.
These three may be the first graduates, but we know many more are coming behind them. And for that, we say congrats. It was a special day in which a number of our high school seniors were made to feel like the belle of the ball right in time for prom. Real School reporter Tanaj Davis is here with a moving video.
Absolutely, Gracie. And you know, it's not too often that we see one of our schools transform into a boutique, but if it means helping out our students, these volunteers said they'll do it again and again. The racks were stacked with dresses of every design. The shoes were out on display, and the accessories, yeah, there were plenty of those too. What's unique about everything you see is that it was all free for the taking, all generously donated by volunteers with the goal of giving some very lucky Duval students the night of their lives.
I did not have a senior prom to go to. Couldn't afford it, and I always wanted to make young girls feel beautiful.
That's Clarissa Baggs. We caught up with her in the middle of a very special event at Frank H. Peterson Academies of Technology. You see, thanks to the help of her nonprofit, All I Know Incorporated, and the help of some faithful volunteers, including some of the district's cosmetology students, the third annual You Are Worthy Prom Dress event outfitted several Duval County high school seniors with everything they needed to be picture perfect for prom without having to spend a dime.
To look for those dresses tags $500, $400. So everything is just a financial blessing, all of it.
Organizers say that the goal of the event goes far beyond the financial, even though they know that for many families, prom can pose a burden.
You don't know what walk of life they're coming from, how stressful senior year is already, and to have to worry about this expense. But you can come in here and get this totally free.
You see, beyond the pampering, posing for the camera, and just plain getting pretty, there's a message that's more than skin deep.
Part of the goal is to teach young ladies that people can pour into you and people can do things for you without looking for something in return, just because of who they are and just because of what they bring to the world.
Young ladies were selected to participate based on recommendations from school staff, counselors, and other sources. Once they arrived, they were placed with a personal shopper ready to assist in finding the perfect dress.
Well, personally, I do like the color purple now. I've discovered that's my new favorite color, and it looked really nice on me. I loved it on me.
After that, each student went on to hair, makeup, and nails, clearly looking and feeling more and more like a princess each step of the way.
They're glowing. I think they leave a better person than when they got here.
Because if young ladies can live not only looking like $1 million, but also feeling good about themselves, well, they say that's more beautiful than any dress they can put on.
This is a blessing, and I'm glad that someone is stepping forward, and I think that this is going to be a blessing from here and all out.
You're worthy, like, to have this experience, to go to prom, to feel beautiful, because you are, not just on the inside, but let it show on the outside.
Wow, I think we all can agree that those girls look absolutely amazing. We want to send a big thanks to all who took the time out to make them feel special. For Real School, I'm Tanaj Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Tanaj. For this next group of students over at Neptune Beach Elementary, Growth and Progress has a sound that many are experiencing for the very first time. As Real School anchor Tavion Johnson reports, it's the result of a first-of-its-kind pilot program. He's here now with the story.
Gracie, we're talking about a way of learning that's striking a serious chord with students. Whether they're playing the instruments or singing, the progress is undeniable. Here at Neptune Beach Elementary, out came the sun. Making beautiful music is quickly becoming the norm. But to understand the story behind this program for special needs students, you must first understand his story. This is Dante DeMuth, a Neptune Beach student who has Down syndrome, has no esophagus, and is nonverbal. But his mom says exposure to music changed everything.
Within a few months, I saw great changes, transformation with him. He would start to pick up his drums and his xylophone, his guitars, his ukuleles, and play with them, and then he would start going around the room and handing them to people. What I saw is not only a love of music, but much more interaction with him.
Mrs. DeMuth quickly worked with the school in establishing a music program for students like Dante. When she saw that was going well, she asked to take things a step further with a music therapy program.
We're actually gathering data, so at the end of the pilot we can go back to show the district, to show administration, to show the community the changes. We know intrinsically that there are many positive benefits of music therapy.
And that is where he enters the story. Board-certified music therapist Stephen Amburn. As part of a 10-week pilot program, he worked twice a week with students in 2 special needs classrooms. He carefully documented how students were responding and saw great progress in confidence, skill, and everyday tasks.
We also see some great motivation to use their arms, to use their hands in playing instruments, in reaching toward my guitar, and even just playing the instruments that are in front of them and grasping the instruments that they're given. The music serves to be a great motivator for those skills, and is a great way to exercise things that they don't use every day.
What a great feeling to see children who have difficulty communicating actually having an opportunity to communicate through the music sessions.
I've spoken to many parents, and they've seen significant results. They see that they can use music at home to motivate their children. They see that they're coming home happier, they're coming home more engaged.
And when we asked those students what they thought, well, it's obvious. They're singing the program praises.
Why do you like music, Rosanna?
Because it's my favorite.
What do you like about having Mr. Steven come to class?
He's nice.
Do you like Mr. Steven?
Yeah.
How come?
He's so cool.
Up until now, these music programs have been supported completely by fundraising. School leaders say that their goal is to raise enough money to make them permanent. For Real School, I'm Tavion Johnson. Back to you.
Thanks, Tavion. We're about to enter our final stretch of Real School, which means it's time for us to hit the field for one big recognition. In just moments, our cameras are rolling as our school board chair is honored for her work with the district. Keep with us to find out which organization is calling her their Woman of the Year. And it's never a dull moment in this 2nd grade classroom, where learning is fun and even a little funny. Next, we're headed to S.P. Livingston Elementary, where we're introducing you to the subject of this month's Teacher Feature. You want to watch and see how this educator's unique teaching style is setting both him and his students apart. Keep it here. Real School will be right back.
A look inside your public schools. Gee whiz, that looks fun and educational.
Well, that was then and this is now. Times have changed in Duval County and so have your options. Our students are programming robots in STEM and learning career trades like construction. They're attending military leadership academies and enrolling in sports medicine, management, and broadcast programs. With so many neighborhood, magnet, and choice options, we don't have time to name them all. But we do have something unique for every student. Discover today's Duval County Public Schools.
I am a proud product of Duval County Public Schools, and I am humbled as a citizen to have gone to our schools and can stand today and be the chair of the Duval County Public Schools.
You're looking at video of school board chair Paula Wright speaking before a crowd at Rains High School, accepting a prestigious award from a well-known local organization. Welcome back to Real School. The occasion was the annual Bob Hayes Invitational Track and Field Meet. The honor, Woman of the Year. Board Chair Wright was recognized among a group of local leaders that included Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry and Congressman Al Lawson. According to the Bob Hayes Committee, Wright received this Community Service Award because of her leadership, her role in developing teachers and principals, and for the district's improving grades. In fact, Wright shared with the crowd that she's especially proud of the district's B grade and thanked them for their support. Board Chair Wright, we wish you a big congrats for this honor. Great job! Funny voices and fun activities. It's all in a day's work for one lively educator and the subject of this month's teacher feature. We now head to his classroom for a behind-the-scenes look at all of the magic. Here's his story in his own words.
Hi, I'm Dwayne Taylor, a first grade teacher here at SP Livingston Early Learning Center. For me, I try to bring learning to life.
Could you give me a good night kiss?
They are children at the end of the day, so they do get bored, they do get restless, so I try to make that engagement piece as fun as possible for the students. I want them to, just know that learning is fun.
Good night, now go to sleep and leave me alone.
I have a greater purpose in life because of the fact that I am helping someone be a better them. That's why I come to work every day, and just the simple enjoyment of, being around the students and being able to laugh and joke and, just have a good time while doing it.
Again, guys, this is working on our vocabulary.
I think one of the great components, or that Mr. Taylor have, is the relationships he builds with his students. If your children trust you, they'll do anything for you. I know Mr. Taylor is a good teacher, a great teacher, but my focus is looking at the children and how engaged they are, and looking at all of them engaged and all of them having conversation. And when I listen to them talk, and it's accountable talk, and they're talking about their way of work, the work they're doing, that tells me right there the kids are really engaged in the lesson.
All right, excellent job, 100%.
I have a saying every single year at the end of the year, check my scores. That's my motto. For me, I push my students each and every day. I tell them I'm going to give you 110% of me. I just ask that you just go through the process with me. And at the end of the day, when you're getting your awards at the end of the year and you smiling and mommy say, good job, baby, think about Mr. Taylor and everything that I pushed you to do at the end of the day.
One of the things I can say about Mr. Taylor, when we have that conversation about data and scores, he's able to articulate to me about every child in his classroom. He has that ability to make things happen within his classroom. And it is not by design. He has that ability, and he utilizes it. I always push him to make sure that he goes to that next level.
You and your partner are going to work together.
I like to let the students know that we all are friends. This is a community, we are a family. I tell them when they step foot in my class, day one, that you're a part of Mr. Taylor's family. Teaching is my passion. That's what I love to do, that's what I enjoy to do, but I don't think that I would see myself doing anything else other than teaching.
That's it for tonight's episode of Real School. Our next and final episode of the season premieres Sunday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. right here on the CW. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have a great day.